Demon Slayer, right? So I figured since this series is going to be about me reviewing different animes and whether you should or should not watch and if they even are worth your time watching, I figured we would start with a pretty at this point I'm fairly certain it's one of the mainstay animes. I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't watch Demon Slayer or says Demon Slayer is bad. But you always have those trolls that tell you like this show bad, why are you watching this show? But you just have to ignore those people and just enjoy the show for yourself. Now, this is going to be a shorter variant of how these videos would be. This is my first anime review video that I'm starting as a series on my channel. So as we go on with other animes and as I build up this series, I'll slowly develop better ways how to handle this, better topics, better ways to do this. Now, as far as grading is concerned of whether or not you should watch this, there are a few things to note, right? For every person, there's something different that they like in anime. It could be maybe animation prowess, maybe it's just they prefer just story only and it doesn't matter how bad the animation is, or maybe they prefer just having good animation even if the story is somewhat mid or bad. So let's start this series off with a pretty well known show. If you haven't seen Demon Slayer, I'm very surprised. I'll leave it at that. And if you have, I'm sure you already know that I'm going to give this show an appraisal all the way to hell. Because this show was insanely well made. The animations are beyond belief. Every single episode of the show is movie level, which animes don't even bother to do. And Demon Slayer just goes above and beyond when it comes to animations and fighting scenes. It's insane. And the storytelling with the characters, they mesh really well. You've got Zenitsu, you've got Inosuke, and Tanjiro being the main character of the group. Um, Seeing as he's the main character, obviously he's given more of, a better storytelling than others, but you do get to know the other characters as well. It's not just, Tanjiro head first and that's it. You do get to know the other characters as well. Now, since this is a video about whether or not you should watch Demon Slayer because you haven't seen it, you're looking for maybe a recommendation or somebody's wanting you to see a recommendation, they send you this video. Essentially, that's what this is a review, and it's going to be spoiler free. So if you're worried about me spoiling something in the future, don't have to worry about it. I do this series so that when you watch the show, you know you're going into the show expecting something either good, something decent that you may enjoy, may not enjoy. Like I said, the shows are made differently, and shows aren't intriguing to everybody in the same way. Everybody has their own opinions on different shows. It's just how it goes, right? Not everybody is going to enjoy the same thing. So as far as Demon Slayer is concerned, everything is top notch, from character design to personalities to just animation, which is top tier. It's just a lot of different things, right? So as far as, let's start this off with something a bit comprehensible, right? So everybody knows about the fight between English dub and sub. Personally, I really don't care about it. I think it's a dumb thing to argue about. If you like English subtitles, just go watch subtitles. If you like English dub and the voices, go watch it with dub and the voices. Now, me personally, when I can watch anime in dub, I watch it in dub because I think it's just straight up better. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, everybody has a different opinion. When it comes to animes that I recommend people to watch, especially in English dub, a few that come to mind is Demon Slayer, Soul Eater, Dragon Ball. There's a bunch of different shows that have really good dubs that people just push aside because they like subs and they never bother to listen to dub, and they think it's some kind of curse to watch dub apparently. Which some of the dubs are even better than the subtitles, to be honest. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Um, so as far as Demon Slayer is concerned, both versions are good. I did watch both versions. When I first watched Demon Slayer, because I watched it I want to say like 3 times now. I watched it first in subtitles, and then my mom, I was recommending shows to my mom as well. She likes watching anime with me, and I recommended her Demon Slayer, so we started watching it. But she likes English dub as well. She prefers it that way because she doesn't want to read as we have it on the TV, so she prefers it as English dub. which is good because Demon Slayer, I think, is one of those animes that has a better dub than sub. But again, before people get all mad in the comments, it's just my opinion. Um, and she really enjoyed the show. We watched season 1 and 2, and we watched the movie quite a bit. We actually rewatched the movie a lot. The Rengoku scene is very heart wrenching, but I'm not getting into that. Again, spoiler free. So, oh, and one thing before I continue, or actually, I'll finish this thought off and then I'll go back. Right. So, if you know prefer English dub or sub, that's up to you. You can watch it whatever. Me personally, I recommend you watch it in dub. I think it's just better. But again, it's just my opinion. So let's go back to the beginning, right? Since this is my first episode and I'm slowly trying to build up a way to do this and improve upon the next episode and the next episode and improve. So here's how things are gonna go. Unfortunately, this is a re-recording. If you guys saw my community post, which I'm sure some of you have, YouTube, when I uploaded this video with clips, immediately blocked the video and I wasn't able to upload it because it was copyrighted and they completely blocked the video off of YouTube. So nobody could see it, even if I posted it completely. Nobody was going to be able to see it. So here I have just in the background, you can see it behind me, it's just fan art of Demon Slayer. And if you guys, let me move my camera here. If you guys want the artist, you can see there it's Matthews Vera. I hope I said that right. If not, I apologize, but you guys can see it there, and you can see Uzui is there, and the for new people you won't see who that is till later. But again, don't want to go into that. So unfortunately, for as far as Demon Slayer is concerned, I cannot show clips because no matter how I do it, I've even tried like messing with the video settings, putting it. Funnily enough, I even tried putting it upside down, and it didn't matter, which I thought was pretty funny. But um, so unfortunately for Demon Slayer, it's gonna be just art in the background with this picture here that you see, and for future anime series that I upload and review, hopefully, I won't have issues with showing some clips here and there. So as far as this is concerned, like I said, it's the very beginning. I'm trying to learn how to do this. So as far as the story is concerned, Demon Slayer, right? We start off with our main character Tanjiro, who goes to sell charcoals for his family because they are very poor in the village, and they actually live apart from the village. They have their own home there. They chop woods, they make charcoal, they sell charcoal to the village, and that's how they make their living. Now, Tanjiro here, I don't know how far I want to go in depth just because, I don't want to explain the whole episode and then you watch the whole episode and then it's just, not as good. So what I'll just say is that Tanjiro is our main character. He is essentially a I can't. I'm trying to think of ways, right, to explain how it would go, but then that would include spoilers. Um, so let's just do it this way. At the start of the show, you are introduced to Tanjiro, who is our main character, of course. He is essentially the man of the house because Tanjiro's dad had died from a. I actually don't remember what he died from, but if I'm not mistaken, it was some type of heart. I don't know if it was like a disease or something. I could be wrong because the beginning I never got like I paid attention to too much, but the first episode is interesting. I can't remember off the top of my head in the first episode because I haven't rewatched the show in a bit, but as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure. Like for obviously Tanjiro's dad died before he was born. That's the whole thing, right? And so Tanjiro is the man of the house. He has three other siblings, one being older, and no, sorry, four. He has four, and three being smaller, and then the mother. Um, and he goes off to the village to sell some charcoal. Comes back, and essentially his family was slaughtered by a demon. And Tanjiro is able to smell like as scent, and he can tell if someone is being truthful, if there's nothing but bloodlust, or if they're trying to trick you. He essentially can smell different types of things to tell people apart. and that's what makes Tanjiro special in his own char- char- characteristic way. Now, I'm gonna stop there because then it does get into spoiler territory. I can tell you that much because you get to know that early on, and it's not that big of a deal if I tell you that. So, for new Demon Slayer fans, I actually went to Target and I found this. I didn't even know they made this. They have like side stories for the characters. You can see here stories of water and flames. You want to focus up, camera? Well, it doesn't look too bad, but you guys can see it there. And those are it goes more in depth of the character stories and stuff. So now, again, I don't want to make this too long of an episode because everybody already knows Demon Slayer, and if you don't and you're just looking for a reason to continue watching, um, I can tell you this: if you enjoy action, if you enjoy, if you don't mind gore or you like gore in your shows, or you prefer like fighting style of animes, Demon Slayer is going to be your number one to go show. It is really well animated. Actually, I would argue is one of the best animations in fighting history. Aside from the same company that made Demon Slayer makes other shows as well, and people praise their shows. Although there's a lot of talking in their shows, is what I hear. I personally have never watched them, so I can't say anything on the subject. I just know that there's a lot of talking. That's all I've heard. But apparently, this is their greatest work by far. So that should tell you something when their animation was already good, and then they come out and make a show that has movie level quality 24/7. So, as far as that is concerned, if you're looking for a very high quality anime, Demon Slayer is one of the best out there by far. If you're looking for, again, top tier fighting scenes, like insanely well animated, one of the scenes that people will never let you down if you see and you think is bad, they will go after your neck, is Rengoku versus Akaza, which again I will not go into because spoilers. But that fight is really well animated. It is insane. If you guys saw that at the movie theater, that was mind blowing when you saw it for the first time, and it still is. Even though I watched it 3 times now, it's still a crazy thing to see. So, would I recommend Demon Slayer? Absolutely. If you are not a person that enjoys fighting, or you don't enjoy gore, or maybe you just can't handle gore, I would say at least give it a chance because the story is really well told. The characters mesh really well together. You've got Tanjiro, Inosuke, pardon me, and Zenitsu, who match really well together. Again, I don't want to go too in depth. That'll be going too far into the spoiler territory because when they first show up, they are interestingly brought up. I'll just say that. So, if you are debating whether or not to watch Demon Slayer because you don't know if it's worth your time, I absolutely give the show a 10 out of 10 on all scales: animation, storytelling, and just character designs. There's so many characters. They each have their own backstory, as you can see here. All these characters in the back, they all each have their own story. Now, as far as the anime is concerned, like half of this art you see in the background, if not like 75% of it, has not been told in the anime yet. But we did get the teaser for the new series, the Swordsmith Village arc, which will be the girl in the bottom left, as you can see, with the pink hair and green hair, and the top left, the guy with the blue eyes and the bluish shaded hair. Uh, so that'll be a very interesting one. It's coming out. Sorry, I saw the trailer a while ago, and it's presumably we're gonna see like some teasers soon or something, maybe. Um, so as far as that is concerned, I absolutely would recommend watching Demon Slayer if you're just looking for a reason to, or you want to see someone else's opinion on it. The show is an absolute 10 out of 10, animation and everything. It is 100% worth your time. There's comedies, there's like comedy sections in it. If you're looking for like a comedy like anime, the show does have quite a bit of comedy in it. Um, and that's about it for how like in depth I want to go for now, because again, I want to slowly build up as we go, and Demon Slayer is pretty well known, so if you're watching this, you probably already know that this is a must watch show. um Again, I don't want this to be too long because it's well known, so 15 minutes is not bad. So this will conclude the first episode. I know it's a bit short, not anything too crazy, but it's because this show is a literal 10 out of 10. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing bad about it. Some people argue that like the storytelling is bad, which I just don't even think is true in the first place. I think the reason why they think it's bad is just because it's simple, but that's what makes this show so good is because it's simple. You get other people who also enjoy the show because of how simple it is. It's a good show, simple plot, insane action scenes, and it just makes for a really good show and an absolute 10 out of 10. So again, that will conclude this episode. I know it's only been 15 minutes now, but I think it's a a good stepping stone towards this reviewing series as I build up different questions, talking points, you know, and trying to find better ways to handle the clips if I can ever even show clips because YouTube hates that and immediately blocks it. So if you guys are still watching, I appreciate you. Leave a like, subscribe if you like the series and would like to see more in the future. Of course, I will continue the series about maybe once every Saturday, Sunday, depending on how things go. Because again, I have to upload it, see if YouTube even allows the video to go up, because they just might straight up block the video. Pardon, pardon me. Now, if you guys have any shows you would like me to see review, for a video, let me know in the comments. If I can get to it, I will. But I can't guarantee that I'll watch every show that you guys put, but I will try my best to. Since this is the first episode and it's pretty short, I will tell you the next episode I will be talking about, or the next anime I will be talking about is Soul Eater. For those of you guys that haven't seen Soul Eater, it is a very good show, very underrated. It also shaped the way anime was created, but not a lot of people know about that, and I'll talk about that in the next episode. So that's all I've got for you guys for Demon Slayers concerned. Again, for those wondering, yes, this show is absolutely worth watching. It's a 10 out of 10 in all aspects. Um, and that is about it. I would say that's about it. Okay, I'm trying to think of like different things just in case I missed something. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions of like where can I watch the show or anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll tell you some places. No, I'm not gonna tell you Crunchyroll because you have to pay for that. And I know some places where you can watch the show, and I'll leave it at that. So, anyways, if you guys like it, again, like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know in the comment section if you got any shows. I'll let you know if I have or haven't seen it. I'll let you know when that episode is coming, if I have it planned. And again, I will try my best to improve upon the series as we go. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.